Yeah, so this is the first time he didn't drive backwards this trip. Oh boy, this is how a tragic BBC panorama usually starts.
Okay, so everybody, I expect you're wondering what you're doing here.
And why you need these kind of clothes for a child bride auction.
One of their top people down here today.
Sir.
Oh no, she's here now.
And somehow I'm always semi-flaccid.
Hello, I'm Valerie Whalen from Commodore.
Sylvester Bushwhacker does coding for VTuber avatars.
You can just take it.
Damn, how does the whoopee cushion malfunction?
5 minutes.
Right.
Now, you may be aware of the class of the 90's Amiga 500 pack. Now, Commodore are looking to produce an exciting new video.
Why would I tear off my
What we'd like to
blouse
know
that
is
appears to be
why
made
your
of
pupils
fax
are doing
paper?
the artwork. Now, can you do art?
Yes.
Design?
Yeah.
Word processing?
Yeah.
Music?
Yes.
Do you use a database?
Yes.
And two very important things for the graphics, digitizing and animation.
Yeah.
Well, looks like we could be in business.
Right.
God, I'm carrying such a high hard one underneath there.
Oh no, Mr. McCarthy. The deadline on this is 7 days.
I mean, it takes 7 days just to style my hair.
There's so much to do. There's a parents' evening and there's an awful lot of homework to mark and lessons.
And what about the Sabbath? If I so much as cough that day, God will strike me down.
We can do it.
I'll look forward to seeing the results.
I have no confidence in either of them. They didn't spit in their hands before shaking it. Instead, they spend the next 14 hours discussing hypothetical movies Jack Black could be in.
Listen. Quiet, please.
I want to listen to myself slowly dying.
What we're gonna need in this video. Music.
Welcome to the World of Shitty 90's Kid Rap!
The class is full and the kids are eager.
To Brazilian wax a big hairy beaver. Take it away, Jack Stauber.
It's the machine for home and school.
Because the Commodore Amiga is totally cool.
I use IBM at home, but whatever, I guess.
I find it very useful in the classroom in particular.
To 452 rap that, they told my core Cookavicula. With Amiga, triggering unexploded mines around the world has never been easier.
Computer in its class is better or faster.
Ooh, it's a jump scare.
Easy to master.
Editing like this is graded Continental's personal goal. You're talking to a Frisco. Jesus, he won't answer back. Isn't that the Queen?
Graphics.
And sound.
An old motel sign is this Guardian Nos. It's alarming you're spending to show us people pretending to type.
Amiga makes sense. Amiga is fun.
It's like humidity, my hair comes undone.
Hardware, software. Anywhere, hardware, software.
Fucking pussy.
Use it in the home.
But only at home, because they still take up the entirety of a room, I think.
Hardware, software.
With my Vinnie Jones.
Hardware, software. Ah, yes.
Oh, I can't. I'll give you a $5 if you can eat a floppy disk.
Here we go, here we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go.
Those two are the spirits that lead you to the mouth of the demon Amit.
Well, the unpacking didn't take long, did it?
If you don't count the
Before we
5
get
minutes
carried
of
away,
straight up
just listen
expletives.
carefully for 2 minutes. The first thing you should do is fit the 501 memory expansion. This involves turning the Amiga upside down, unclipping the bottom panel,
And having Hero Boy crawl around there and check if everything's connected.
oh, and don't forget to refit the bottom panel after.
Because your Amiga will grow up to 3 times its size in the span of 12 weeks.
But if you look on the back of the main unit, you'll see a number of holes.
Look close enough and you'll find tiny little men from Afghanistan in there.
Each one has a job. One's for the mouse, one's for the monitor,
One's for the
one's for the
£1,000 printer that will never work.
power connector. Now each plug can only be inserted one way round.
Spoken
so
like
there's
someone
no
who's
one's
never
there.
banged a Yui
But
before.
remember to turn off the computer before inserting or removing any leads.
Because that
If you
computer
don't,
will bite you and it has rabies. Connecting up
Right,
to the
connect
max.
mouse,
Well,
let's turn it
wicked.
upside down.
Britain should take
Open it
back
up.
India.
And remove the little bit of foam that's holding the ball in place. To plug in, just put the end of the mouse cable into the socket labelled joystick 1.
We reserve a short amount of time for you to get that wrong and electrocute yourself.
Next comes the lead for the monitor. Use the cable supplied.
We put every type of port imaginable, but hours of fun trying to figure out which one you fucking put it in.
Then you have to connect the sound.
In order for you to wish you were deaf.
Just plug the two ends of the audio cable into the socket marked audio on the back of the Amiga.
Then turn the speakers out to the window and blast JPEG Mafia for 3 weeks straight.
Power cord, which is separate from the mains unit, into the Amiga. That's left of the monitor socket on the back of the main unit. Child's play. Talking of which, here he comes again.
Ade Dewey Dembella, make my computer work, I beg of thee.
Already. Okay, all we have to do now is plug the monitor lead in and the audio cable.
Teacher, you were a blind, legless man could do better at setting this up.
Right, now we're ready to plug it into the mains.
This is our Polish team. They believe rats are electrical conductors. There's the computer again, and LGR just came on his bed sheets. Pro White, or a one-page solution to solving America's gun problem.
It's a mess. Use ProWrite word process.
I'm a ghost and your nan I'll possess.
ProWrite is a super word processor that we received recently. It allows children to manipulate text as they would do on any normal word processing package.
We designed it with a voice chip that could say fart in 32 different distinct languages.
I think ProWrite is better than working in the class writing because your computer and it makes it look better because I can't write very well.
Last time I tried, there was an investigation. 12 headmasters dead. Now I'm in the witness protection program.
Old-fashioned writing. And diamond is plain.
And that header is not straight, not aligned, and my OCD is telling me to kill everyone.
Magna Carta style. You've got to
spell check that because there's only 2 G's in global intifada. I couldn't press it, it's not the nuclear launch codes.
You can save things.
Like your oxygen on a world that needs far less imbeciles.
Say it's a home computer and you have to rush off for tea, then you can save it and then come back and open it up again.
Unless you want kids to know that you're the child of the Hungerford Massacre guy.
On it, brighten them up and everything. I think it's great.
That kid cornered me in the hallway once and he made me urinate blood. I mean, I was so scared I literally changed sexual orientation.
Very, very pleased with it.
You can change the shape, size of the letters and everything.
Think of it like literary eugenics.
Can't do that. But this is the ultimate.
Info files, store your data.
What's storing that kid? It looks like he has a lot more data.
Recently I've been introduced to info file.
The most disgusting file since pedophile, honestly.
Far more user-friendly and easier to use than most of the packages I've used.
Can a smartphone stop thinking, please?
We may be eyeballing America, but your biddings are going down first.
The pupils that are familiar with using the Amiga techniques can quite readily sit down and work their way through a program.
You'll see how fast they can close 12 tabs of Pornhub.
It files a database, and the database is like a file where you keep all the records of everybody.
We are not being forced to do this. We are happy. We are safe.
Our friends or our cousins and our family, relatives.
We'll not be rounded up and sent to Hindustan if we don't know these lines.
Well, it's quite easy to use. Like,
sorry, I'm just not buying this new Siskel and Ebert.
Put the master disk in, get you to the sort of the index.
Having 1,000 OCD freakouts internally.
Students filing. It gets you onto here, and then you open a new file.
Now, let's talk about what a desktop monkey can do to destroy all of this. Philosophically speaking, that monkey must represent us wanting to revert to primates and remove ourselves of the burden of computers.
And when you get into the index, you see your name up there, so you click on your name.
And you've just self-reported yourself to the Met Police.
Curriculum technology, where pupils have to be able to store and retrieve and handle information I think info file
will lead to an even sharper decline in birth rates than we're already seeing. Egypt, the blacks' non-existent ancestral brag.
Equal to paint big hairy taints. That ain't no riff, that's just fact, Jack.
Nathan, I will repeat my demand that you put on less revealing clothes when we do this.
Generally, of all the packages we've got for art,
this was probably the first one that didn't have anthrax in it.
We have in school. We have others on other systems, but this one produces the best images and the best printout.
The wee fat dog within the system is surprisingly good at copying down everything.
Passes them in terms of output and ease of operation.
Right now I'm making the tool shed in which I stored the body of that lady from Barnando's.
So many things on it that you couldn't do, you know, freehand and stuff like that.
He may be slow on the curve, but Amiga is his tow truck.
For example, do some weather forecasting or pretend to be a weatherman.
Which is what Michael Fish did anyways.
And because there are 2 pages, you can load in 2 pages, and by pressing the J button, it goes from one page to another.
And yes, with this system you can also cause massive flash floods. That's why we've pretty much submerged half of Scotland.
And for example, and they really enjoy doing this because they've seen it done on television every day.
And
so
Teddy's also the reason they're dressing up like cookers, trying to seduce the PCs.
Cut out a symbol, such as the sunshine.
And use it for when you want to praise Dionysus.
By pressing J, go back to the base map. And they can put the
as long as I don't put this in County Tyne where. If I do, we're all dead.
They won't.
One of the things you can do with Deluxe Paint
is pay yourself some bitches.
Cut out a piece of the flower.
Yeah, flower. No, not skin. Not skin. I would never suggest that. Ever.
Because it helps you draw. It has the picture, so you can rearrange the picture.
It's what me mum used when she made me in the room.
It's much easier to understand work like this, which is really very hard to do on the board.
You've heard of being born with a silver spoon in your mouth? Well, that future Tory toff was born with a chuffing silver mine in there.
Other people, other places could think of far better things to do than I have.
Luckily, we're not in the era where they could just switch tabs between Minecraft and YouTube and Pornhub at the same time.
Everyone's a winner. Everybody gets a success. And really, artwork should be all about everybody getting a success.
Sorry, I confused that for the soft bigotry of low expectations. I'm on a new prescription, as you could probably tell by my voice.
Don't forget, it's not Deluxe Paint, it's Deluxe Paint!
33 years and I'm still trying to figure out what those little fucks meant by that remark.
Now we're programming logo.
Amiga logo. We've been very pleased with.
It's the only program that didn't kill upwards of 6 people in the same room.
And they've been very slow and, quite frankly, unexciting.
Like my sex life or my parents' sex life.
Draw on a cube and you can draw all other things.
Oh, what are you doing tonight? I'm watching a British boy, Cindy Lou Who, explain computer programs badly.
Draw the cube and it can go forward, left, right and backwards.
Jesus, Salad Fingers, are you going to molest the rusty kettle next?
Write all the details into the computer and it draws it itself.
But it just chooses not to, most of the time. Could something interesting happen, like this kid having a stroke?
This piece of paper is to write down the instructions so you don't forget them.
Like breathing in, breathing out.
Instructions on this. Onto the computer.
That one off-kilter line was intentional. I'm a contrarian.
Our children have taken to it very, very well.
Barely need to discipline them with a hairbrush to get them to use it.
Procedures with very little help. And I'm just waiting now to begin to introduce the talking logo, because I think they're really going to be...
They will be the pop-up ad designers of the future.
Well, these figures here, if we tell the turtle to go forward 10, it'll go to about there. Then right, it'll go to there. Then backwards, it'll go backwards.
And that turtle's gonna come on and tell you to learn how to fucking talk.
It's good at working, because you can draw all different things. It's better than drawing in your book.
You're telling me you can't use your hair as a track for that turtle to walk?
Tell it what to do and it does it.
I mean, look at that. That looks like a streaked beach hut.
Then ask Miss King if we can colour the top in.
And how about increase the volume? I'm sick and tired of leaning into my computer every time I want to properly roast these kittens.
They work using simple graphics on the screen, and then later on, when they've perfected that,
They downgraded it in every port to save lots of money.
construct that cube using one instruction, and they'll be able to go on to use that cube and manipulate that image using logo to more
The makers of Photoshop overheard that and went like this. That's right, you too can print the face of northern inbreeding. Cheese sticks covered in condensation. Restaurants free for masturbating. 19-year-old boy pushed under the tracks of the subway station. Oh great, I went on my break for 15 minutes and the only 2 white boys in my school have been replaced with Pakistanis.
Obviously the main part of it, but there are a variety of fonts they can use, different size fonts and so on, so they can
Cover in ugly pride flags and let you know exactly where society is heading.
And finally there's an image that they can put onto it.
Most likely me, with me face, photoshopped over an anti-this cock.
Clip art package that's incorporated in the program.
In terms of making the least popular Nazi symbol.
To design a new school letterhead.
Bloody kid sells newspapers all day, yet he can't spell a fucking word.
Top of the letter. And now we've got to put the text and everything.
He then proceeded to write Señot, Señot, Señot 500 times into the text box.
Now what we're going to do is put the text in, the address and the headmaster's name.
Hi, I'm Antiboris 995 and today I'm going to fart on Kalu and ground him for a mathematically impossible amount of time.
Well, wanna go outside and count blisters?
Position.
Yeah, we ain't no show pony. We're not here for entertainment.
It's a colour program, so the pupils can use whatever colours they want.
Apart from the colour orange, that colour is just a sin.
Whichever ones they want.
Now we're going to try and print the letterhead.
And pray to Allah that it doesn't give us a loading screen.
The students have found
all of their confiscated vape pens, and I have been locked in the computer room for several days now. I tried faxing the Metropolitan Police, but they said they were out having an egg and spoon race.
Pretty slick, eh?
As slick as you snort coke off the toilet, I bet.
Did you muddle up your letters? And you're not doing well.
We'll put you in a special needs class with teachers and custodians from hell. See, she knows what I'm talking about.
7, and she has found great fun in the Let's Spell one. It's, taught her an awful lot.
Weirdly enough, it's taught her how to customize illegal firearms.
And she doesn't want to do it, but it really is, we find that we watch her and we all get a lot of fun out of that.
We all take a shot when she misspells a word and cries in frustration.
Beneficial to him.
It helps him to spell, but in a fun way, not like at school where it seems to get a bit boring.
This young actor will later credit Smack as being his major inspiration.
And he plays it.
It's fun to play. If you get the word right, what you choose to spell, it says well done and it plays a little tune.
If you don't, then it prints out a passport for you to flee the country. I myself have to move to an undisclosed location in southern Belgium.
Odin, and it says try again.
Every word he gets correct gets us closer and closer to the rapture.
It is educational and fun to use.
And since we're on the subject of the rapture, this is the best false teacher money can buy.
Sell one half of him to Hamas, and feed the other half to gators.
The BBC emulator
is our great big fee sign to the TV license.
and running BBC basic programs on the Amiga.
So you don't have to pay £175 just to watch reruns of Red Dwarf.
Lower areas of the school who have used simple BBC basic programs like Jumbo and the MEP package. They can come onto this machine.
Well, you know, I'm not cleaning up the mess for them. Who do they think I am, their custodian?
Is that the right one? Let's have a think.
More proof that the American version of The Office was infinitely better.
It says we've got down and we've got backwards. Now that's not clever, Cat, is it?
Well, it works. And if it works, we're gonna do it anyways.
Press tip it up for me, that's lovely.
We're pulling its skin off, children. Wave goodbye. We're ripping into its tender muscles. Say goodbye.
See if it works to us right at the very
Proud of that girl. 6 years old, she's already running a meth lab out of her council house. You see, the Teletubbies are alone again. I have a nightstick.
You're using the BBC emulator just to run one program, but the Amiga actually has the ability to run more than one program at the same time. So
You won't be able to hear the program over the sound of the fan, but that's the price of innovation.
there's our BBC emulator, and we'll just open it up for you and let you have a look.
Just think, someday thousands of these will show Rule 34 of the famous Hands of Hope photograph.
Now, one of the things we've got on there are some BBC programs.
And by some programs, I mean a YouTube poop of Fleabag. Teacher, are you sure I can't just live off the grid and survive off boysenberries?
Just loaded in one of the BBC programs.
This one was programmed by Jimmy Savile, so don't look at any of the
Here's
pictures.
the game in action. Now, if I now click the left button of the mouse, you'll notice at the top of the screen, this caption comes up.
And it says any country that's super rainy and tries to block its own sun out deserves to die off.
If you move that down, you'll see that behind there's the Amiga screen.
Covered in a faggoty shade of pink, which means it must have an earring on one of its speakers.
Program as well. You'll see his eyes moving. Just take him up to the top of the screen. Just stop there for a minute.
So you can put on the spring Bonnie costume and lure those 5 children into the back rooms.
I can now show you that behind there are in fact 2 programs running at the same time.
And those are the code words to release all of our Trident missiles. In kerosene you will be doused! Music Mouse, the best bootleg name for Mighty Mouse I've ever seen.
Program, and it makes a lot of noise.
So much so I haven't been able to hear anything else for the past 2 weeks.
You just move the mouse about and
Then you will be hired by Death Grips.
you can move it up and that goes up and move it side to side. And those 3 strings go side to side.
Just like my only 2 brain cells.
You can move the mouse up and down, and what you can hear is loads of little people laughing and talking.
It's like being on the Birmingham bus,
Move it to the top,
except you're not being stabbed.
go really fast, and then when you gradually push it down, it starts to go lower.
It'll do nothing about my hastily cut hair, but oh well.
I'm going to try a different sound now. I click the mouse button and the mouse appears. I'm going to try a different sound now. I'm going to try this sax. I'm going to change voice 1 for the sax. And this is what the sax sounds like.
I guess you could say this was not worth the wait at all. Ah! Never mind, it was! I don't want to pick up a pen anymore, let alone draw. Is a dead art form, thanks to r/music. Who's gonna kill Britannia first?
We've got 11 Amigas at Park House School. We've got 9 Amiga 500s.
And a burning pile on the soccer
We use them
field.
for various different sorts of art and design activities.
And as you can see, clearly no hairstyling classes.
Using deluxe paint to produce artwork, which we can then print out, put on the walls, etc.
As you can see, we have
One of
plans
the
for a
reasons we
very
chose the Amiga for the
successful
art
missing
department
persons
was that it's very
racket.
popular in the home market.
Of course, housewives have been trying to mix cake batter with the keyboard. I don't know how they got the idea, but we're investigating that.
They can actually continue it at home on their own Amiga, and they can then bring it back into school and develop it further.
And to keep them from being too creative, we have some of the greatest henpeckers in our country to drive them to either drink, suicide, or shooting up the school.
For their work, and his parents, his mother and his father, both use it for word processing.
The lady you just saw has been
Digitizing is
stalled
probably
for
one of
3
the
days
most
because she
powerful
saw
aspects
a
of
Swedish
things that we
letter
can offer to pupils. It enables us to bring in photographic images
and proceeds
or
to let us
objects,
morph DreamWorks
paintings or
smiles
drawings
onto
that are
all of them.
painted and put them onto the computer screen as computer images. They can then be manipulated in any way they wish. They can be animated, they can be drawn into.
They can be ground up into a fine spice and put into a curry.
Digitizer is a small piece of hardware and software.
So I
which
suppose
enables
it's
you to
yielding ware
capture
or
real
pliable ware.
images through a video camera of any kind, or indeed from a video player from television.
Tuck your goddamn tie in,
Those images
Jeremy.
onto the screen as a computer image. Basically, it converts a real-life image, like a photograph or video, into a computer image. That image can then be loaded into a painting program or an animation program, can actually be manipulated in any way you wish.
Personally, I'd suggest passive
Okay, the first thing
aggression,
you want to do is set
guilt
up the
tripping,
controls.
and
So
love
how many
bombing.
colours you want to use, and how sharp
I don't care if I was not the right size for it, I would definitely buy that shirt off of him.
Move it up to the top right hand corner, hold down the right hand button, move it across to controls, go down to control, and let go.
And our time is up for this session. Next week we'll discuss more about your fetish.
This is sharp. Now you grab it with the left button, sorry.
Now careful on the sharpness. Don't cut my life into pieces. This is not my last resort.
You've put contrast up to about 3.
Free, you pre-Saxon pillock.
Okay, in fact, if you click in the black box, you can move it one at a time just by clicking inside the box. Put brightness up to about 1. Enough. And now we want to
jump out the window to flee this madness and escape to Cotswold.
we need to set tracking to about 24, I think, which is to the right. Normally we digitize in black and white.
Which
so
was
you don't
fine
need to
until
go
I
through
found
the
myself
clear
dangling from the arrow of a clock tower.
In this case, we want a color image through the black and white camera. So we have to take 3 images, one in red, one in green, and one in blue.
And 17 in indigo just to fuck with your sense of vision.
If I turn the filter wheel around on the one that you want and you do the digitizing. Okay. So the first one is you want to digitize in red.
She will be first to be sexually digitized.
Okay,
and if you speak up against this on the internet, Keir Starmer will
Now,
break
each
into
image
your
you see it
flat
will be
and
black and
rape
white.
you with a
It'll
marrow.
appear in the colors. The computer will translate that into a red image.
Because the computer lives in paint without the T.
Although you won't see it doing that. Okay. Last term we started a project on cubism.
You had to be put
This
in
was
full-body
interesting
jumpsuits
because
and
we
metal
took
mask,
more of a
while
history
Philip
point of
Schofield passively aggressively
we had a look at
berated
some
them.
famous artists' work through slides. We did a little bit of discussion on
This
cubism,
kid's
what it was all
artwork
about.
proved he
I
was
came up with the
criminally
idea
insane.
of a mind's eye view of objects that you know very well.
Since these photos
With
were
this in
released, all of our
mind,
children have
we
been
started
exiled to
to
Sri
experiment
Lanka and are living
with
under
new
assumed
program,
names.
DigiPaint 3. We've actually found this extremely useful.
In our final
particularly in the
decisions
area
to
of
give up on
digitizing.
technology
The whole
altogether
idea behind
and
cubism
become
was
nomadic
to put
caravan
in
drivers. If you ever want to
digitized
find me,
images
I'm
from
usually the
various
one
different
selling
sources,
manure on the
combine
side
them
of the
together into
road.
a sort of modern day cubism piece of work, if you like.
This was for the project on cubism, where we had the question about a mind's eye.
My mind's eye had soap
All
in it
things
when
were
I made
jumbled
this.
up. It wasn't just a straightforward picture. They were like all cut up and all over the place, and you had to sit there and work out what it was.
But enough about fiscal policy in this
Digitized
country.
a horse, a photo of a horse, and used a lot of TX map.
The horse
all down
itself
here.
dropped a lot of
That's
acid
its
in a
name.
legal raid in Holland.
There you go.
One thing we've started to do now is to produce animated sequences and titles for video.
Jack's
They
Films
can
asked us to do
digitize
it yesterday
images and produce
with severe
animations
coercion
and use
tactics.
the animated segments for video.
This
They
was
will
my
also
suggestion
be
to have
able
the
digitize
jamming
titles
spunk
and draw
sock.
titles.
And of course
They
that
can then
animation
tumble,
got
spin,
me 2
and
months
also use the
probation,
video
I think.
sequences. We've actually produced
A whole
some
line of
small
these jamming
animated
spunk socks.
sequences and title
Come to the
sequences
outskirts of
for
town
school
at midnight
videos.
with unmarked
fact,
bills.
you may
We will show you a range of pre-spunked
Yes,
socks
I
for
thought
you
the
to try
educational
out.
implications were quite fascinating.
That was
Since
a
we've had
concise
the
review
Amigas,
from one
we
of our
found
top
them to be
customers.
A superb educational tool. The pupils develop the skills in our subject area, but alongside that they also develop an enormous amount of confidence and motivation.
To tear the
They can
school
then
down
carry
and
this
finish the
newfound
job the
enthusiasm back
aerated
into the
concrete
classroom
started.
and apply it to the more traditional areas of art and design. For our pupils, This has made learning very exciting. And I mean, for me,
I've got
this
a
is what it's
lucrative
all about.
rent boy business going on, so I won't be here for any of this. I'm a hawk, get used to it!
Amiga is also established in the professional world of video and television. Graphics for pop videos,
Deep sea diving and screensavers.
three-dimensional logo and graphic animations, and light source three-dimensional animations.
For you want money for nothing and chicks for free. The masculine urge to install microwave ovens, custom kitchen deliveries. That kid's generally surprised there's no crumbs embedded in that keyboard.
But this is the ultimate. It's brilliant.
Amigas are cool.
Hitler's youth gets hip.
They're beige.
From my point of view as a head teacher, I wouldn't have anything else other than the Amiga in the classroom.
Everything else, well, we'll put it on a train and send it to a work camp. Especially anything produced by Linux.